Humanity's first contact with alien life was a moment that generations had longed for, but the reality was even more extraordinary than anyone could have imagined. The signal from the Kepler 452b system came in the form of a faint, rhythmic pulsing, discovered by a team of astronomers led by Dr. Emma Hughes at the SETI Institute. The signal's unique structure indicated an intelligent origin, sending shockwaves through the scientific community and igniting worldwide anticipation. Dr. Hughes and her team worked tirelessly to decode the message, which turned out to be a greeting from a civilization calling themselves the Valorians. Unlike the anticipated scenario of hostile invaders or benevolent guides, the Valorians introduced themselves as explorers and scholars, eager to share knowledge and culture. Humanity's response, crafted by a coalition of Earth's brightest minds and most eloquent diplomats, was sent back, setting the stage for a historic exchange. Within months, a Valorian envoy arrived in the solar system. The sleek silver vessel touched down in a specially prepared landing site near the United Nations headquarters in New York City. The first meeting was a carefully choreographed event, with world leaders and Valorian representatives exchanging formalities and gifts. As the Valorians began to share their advanced technologies and philosophies, humanity marveled at the possibilities that lay ahead. While the world was captivated by the Valorians, another groundbreaking development was quietly unfolding. Dr. Rachel Anderson, a brilliant physicist working at a top-secret government facility, had been making remarkable strides in the field of gravitational manipulation. For years, her research had been classified, with only a handful of officials aware of its true potential. The turning point came when Dr. Anderson and her team successfully created a stable anti-gravity field. This breakthrough was soon followed by the development of hovering platforms, anti-gravity suits, and even floating buildings. Realizing the significance of their achievement, the government decided it was time to reveal this technology to the world. During the next global summit on space exploration, held in Geneva, Dr. Anderson took the stage. Her presentation began with a theoretical overview of gravitational forces, but the real spectacle was the live demonstration. As she activated the first device, a platform the size of a football field began to rise effortlessly into the air, rotating gracefully above the stunned audience. The room erupted in applause and astonishment as she continued to showcase the anti-gravity suits, allowing volunteers to float weightlessly. The implications of this technology were staggering. The potential applications ranged from revolutionizing transportation to enabling the construction of space habitats. Humanity stood on the brink of a new era, with gravity no longer an immutable law but a tool to be mastered. News of humanity's mastery over gravity spread rapidly across the galaxy, reaching the ears of countless alien civilizations. The Valorians, who had considered themselves the most advanced race in the known universe, were particularly shocked. Their leaders called an emergency meeting, struggling to comprehend how a relatively young civilization had achieved what they had long thought impossible. The Zendarian Empire, a powerful and ancient race known for their aggressive expansionism, reacted with a mix of fear and anger. They had always seen themselves as the galaxy's dominant force, and humanity's sudden leap in technology threatened to upset the delicate balance of power. The Zendarian High Council convened to discuss their next move, with some advocating for immediate military action to suppress the human threat. Other civilizations, from the peaceful Olmari to the enigmatic Cathari, observed the developments with keen interest. Offers of alliances, scientific collaborations, and trade agreements flooded Earth's communication channels. However, the darker side of interstellar politics also emerged, with covert attempts to infiltrate Earth's defenses and steal the newly revealed technology. As humanity navigated this complex web of alliances and threats, Earth's leaders worked tirelessly to protect their interests. Diplomatic negotiations were held in secret, and new security measures were implemented to safeguard the gravity research. The Valorians, despite their initial shock, extended a hand of friendship, offering to help humanity defend against potential aggressors. In this volatile atmosphere, humanity's ingenuity and resilience would be tested as never before. The galaxy watched with bated breath, waiting to see how the newest player on the interstellar stage would handle the immense challenges that lay ahead. As humanity reveled in their technological triumph, the diplomatic landscape became increasingly precarious. Alien emissaries from various civilizations flocked to Earth, each with their own agendas. The Valorians, once seen as allies, now eyed humanity's gravity technology with a mix of admiration and concern. Meanwhile, representatives from the Zendarian Empire arrived under the guise of peaceful diplomats. But their true intentions were far more sinister. At the United Nations headquarters, intense negotiations took place behind closed doors. Earth's leaders, including President Elizabeth Carr of the United States, Prime Minister Anil Patel of India, and Secretary-General Liu Wei of the UN, faced the daunting task of navigating this intricate web of interstellar politics. Offers of alliances from the Olmari and Cathari were weighed against the threats and demands from the Zendarians. As tensions rose, a covert meeting was arranged between Earth's leaders and the Valorian ambassador Sereth. The Valorians proposed a mutual defense pact, suggesting that their advanced knowledge could help humanity enhance their gravity technology even further. President Carr, wary of alien interference, insisted on strict terms to ensure Earth's sovereignty remained intact. Amidst these negotiations, intelligence reports surfaced indicating that the Zendarians were planning a clandestine operation to steal the gravity technology. Earth's security forces were put on high alert, and a specialized task force was formed to protect key research facilities. Lieutenant Marcus Nguyen, a decorated security officer with a reputation for sharp instincts, was appointed to lead the task force. Despite the heightened security, the Zendarians managed to infiltrate Earth's defenses. An alien agent, disguised as a diplomat from a minor race, was able to gain access to the gravity research facility in Nevada. The agent, codenamed Thalrix, had been meticulously trained in espionage and sabotage, and his mission was to cripple humanity's research capabilities. Thalrix blended seamlessly into the facility's daily operations, posing as an eager scientist, eager to learn from humanity's breakthroughs. However, his covert activities did not go unnoticed. Lieutenant Nguyen, ever vigilant, grew suspicious of the new arrival's odd behavior and inconsistencies in his background. One night, as Thalrix prepared to sabotage the facility's main reactor, Nguyen and his team moved in. A tense chase ensued through the labyrinthine corridors of the research complex. Thalrix, desperate and cornered, used advanced alien gadgets to evade capture, but Nguyen's team was relentless. After a high-stakes pursuit that led to the reactor room, Thalrix was finally apprehended moments before he could carry out his mission. The capture of the saboteur sent a clear message to the Zendarians. Humanity was not to be underestimated. The incident also strengthened the resolve of Earth's leaders to protect their technological advancements at all costs. As Thalrix was interrogated, valuable information about Zendarian strategies and plans was extracted, giving humanity an edge in the brewing conflict. The Zendarians, undeterred by the failure of their covert operation, decided to take a more direct approach. They launched a surprise attack on Earth's colony on Titan, Saturn's largest moon. The colony, established as a mining and research outpost, was a crucial asset for humanity's expansion into the solar system. The Zendarian fleet arrived without warning, their sleek, black ships cutting through the void of space with deadly precision. The colony's defenses were quickly overwhelmed, and a distress signal was sent out to Earth. Captain Sarah Rodriguez, commander of the Earth Space Fleet's Titan Division, received the call for help and mobilized her forces. As the Earth's fleet engaged the Zendarians, the battle raged across Titan's icy landscape and the surrounding space. The gravity-based weapons, developed from Dr. Anderson's research, proved to be game-changers. Ships equipped with anti-gravity shields and gravity cannons moved with unprecedented agility. Outmaneuvering the Zendarian forces, Captain Rodriguez, known for her tactical brilliance and unyielding determination, led her fleet with exceptional skill. Under her command, Earth's forces managed to repel the Zendarians, inflicting significant damage and forcing their retreat. The victory came at a high cost, with many brave men and women sacrificing their lives to defend the colony. The Battle of Titan was a turning point. It demonstrated humanity's resilience and the formidable power of their new technology. News of the victory spread quickly, bolstering morale on Earth and among their allies. The Xandarians, meanwhile, were left to reconsider their strategy, knowing that humanity was a far more formidable opponent than they had anticipated. With the immediate threat neutralized, Earth's leaders turned their attention to strengthening their defenses and solidifying alliances. The galaxy watched with bated breath as the conflict between humanity and the Xandarians seemed destined to escalate further. In the aftermath of the Battle of Titan, Earth's leaders were surprised when a mysterious alien ship appeared on the fringes of the solar system. The vessel was unlike any seen before, with an organic, almost living structure. The ship transmitted a message in perfect English, requesting a peaceful meeting with Earth's leaders. Intrigued and cautious, President Carr and her advisors agreed to a rendezvous near the moon. The ship was revealed to belong to the Valtorians, a reclusive and enigmatic race known for their advanced biotechnology and deep understanding of the cosmos. The Valtorian ambassador, Lyra, emerged from the ship, her appearance both beautiful and alien, with luminescent skin and eyes that seemed to hold the knowledge of the universe. She brought news that shocked Earth's leaders. The Valtorians had been covertly aiding various civilizations to resist the Xandarian Empire's expansion for centuries. Lyra proposed an alliance, offering Valtorian technology and intelligence in exchange for a share of humanity's gravity control advancements. She explained that the Valtorians had long admired humanity's resilience and potential, and believed that together they could finally challenge the Xandarian dominance. President Carr, after consulting with Dr. Anderson and other key figures, cautiously accepted the alliance. The Valtorians' knowledge could be invaluable, and their offer seemed genuine. As the newly formed alliance prepared for joint operations, an unforeseen betrayal threatened to unravel their plans. During a high-level meeting aboard the Valtorian ship, Lyra revealed a hidden agenda. The Valtorians had been in secret communication with the Xandarians, negotiating a deal to turn humanity's technology over to their shared enemies in exchange for peace and concessions. The betrayal was uncovered by Dr. Anderson, who had grown suspicious of the Valtorians' seemingly altruistic motives. Using advanced surveillance equipment, she intercepted encrypted communications between Lyra and the Xandarian High Council. The revelation was devastating, but there was no time to dwell on the shock. The Valtorians had set a trap, and humanity's fleet was about to be ambushed. Captain Rodriguez, informed of the betrayal just in time, swiftly organized a counter-strategy. The Earth fleet, now wary and prepared, faced off against a combined Valtorian-Xandarian force in the depths of space. The battle was fierce, with advanced gravity technology playing a critical role. Despite the Valtorians' betrayal, humanity's adaptability and ingenuity shone through. Captain Rodriguez orchestrated a series of daring maneuvers, utilizing gravity cannons to create temporary black holes that swallowed enemy ships whole. The Earth fleet's anti-gravity shields allowed them to evade deadly assaults, turning the tide in their favor. After hours of relentless combat, the Xandarians and Valtorians were forced to retreat, but the cost was high. Many lives were lost, and trust in potential allies was severely damaged. Reeling from the betrayal but determined to press on, Dr. Anderson and her team delved deeper into the alien artifacts recovered from the battlefield. Among the debris, they discovered ancient records, encrypted in a language that only the oldest and most secretive civilizations could decipher. These records hinted at a legendary power, the ability to control gravity on a cosmic scale. The clues pointed to a long-forgotten planet, rumored to be the cradle of an ancient race that once ruled the galaxy with unmatched technology. This planet, known only in myths as Thalor, was said to contain a massive underground city filled with knowledge and relics of the past. Dr. Anderson believed that unlocking the secrets of Thalor could provide humanity with the ultimate weapon against the Xandarians. A daring expedition was organized, with Dr. Anderson and Captain Rodriguez at the helm. Their journey took them through uncharted regions of space, facing perilous cosmic phenomena and remnants of ancient defenses designed to keep intruders away. The team's resolve was tested, but their determination to uncover the secrets of the ancients kept them going. Upon arriving at Thalor, they found a desolate planet scarred by time and conflict. Deep within its core, they discovered the entrance to the underground city, still operational after millennia. The city was a marvel of ancient engineering, with vast libraries of knowledge stored in crystalline structures. As Dr. Anderson and her team deciphered the ancient texts, they learned of the true potential of gravity control, the ability to create and manipulate wormholes, stabilize stars, and even alter the fabric of space-time itself. Armed with this new knowledge, humanity's technological capabilities were set to reach unprecedented heights. But the journey had also revealed the immense responsibility that came with such power. As they prepared to return to Earth, Dr. Anderson and Captain Rodriguez knew that the ultimate showdown with the Zendarians was imminent. They had the tools to change the fate of the galaxy, but the challenge was far from over. The expedition team's return to Earth was met with a mix of relief and trepidation. The ancient knowledge they had uncovered on Thalor promised unimaginable power, but also posed a great risk. Earth's leaders convened in a secret summit to discuss the implications of this newfound technology. Dr. Anderson and Captain Rodriguez presented their findings, emphasizing the potential benefits and dangers. As preparations began for implementing the ancient technologies, a new threat emerged. The Zendarians, having learned of the expedition to Thalor through their spies, were determined to seize the power for themselves. Their intelligence pointed them to another key location, a forbidden planet known as Elysium. This planet, shrouded in myth and heavily guarded by ancient defense systems, was rumored to hold the final pieces of the puzzle needed to fully harness the power of gravity control. A decision was made to launch a joint operation between Earth's forces and their trusted allies to secure Elysium before the Zendarians could. Captain Rodriguez led the fleet, with Dr. Anderson providing crucial scientific guidance. The journey to Elysium was fraught with peril, as the fleet had to navigate through hostile territories and evade Zendarian scouts. Upon reaching Elysium, the team discovered a world of breathtaking beauty and deadly traps. The planet's surface was dotted with ruins and advanced defensive mechanisms designed to repel intruders. As they ventured deeper, they faced challenges that tested their resolve and ingenuity. Automated drones, gravity distortions, and ancient puzzles guarded the entrance to the core of Elysium. Finally, after overcoming these obstacles, they reached the heart of the planet, a vast, crystalline chamber pulsating with energy. Here, they found the final components of the ancient technology, devices that could stabilize wormholes, manipulate gravitational fields on an interstellar scale, and even alter the flow of time. With these tools, humanity now had the means to challenge the Zendarians on a level playing field. With the ancient technologies in hand, humanity prepared for the ultimate confrontation with the Zendarians. A massive fleet, outfitted with advanced gravity-based weapons and defenses, set course for the Zendarian homeworld. The stakes had never been higher, and the galaxy watched anxiously as the two forces moved towards their inevitable clash. As the Earth fleet approached Zendarian space, they were met with fierce resistance. The Zendarians had rallied all their forces, ready to defend their empire at any cost. The ensuing battle was nothing short of epic, with massive ships clashing in the void of space, gravity cannons firing bursts of energy that could tear through the fabric of reality, and anti-gravity shields deflecting devastating attacks. Captain Rodriguez, leading from the front, executed brilliant tactical maneuvers, using gravity manipulation to outmaneuver the Zendarian fleet. Dr. Anderson, from the command ship, coordinated the use of the ancient technologies, creating temporary wormholes to reposition their forces and unleash surprise attacks. The Zendarians, realizing the battle was slipping from their grasp, deployed their most powerful weapon, a planet-sized gravity well designed to crush anything in its vicinity. The Earth fleet, undeterred, launched a daring counterattack. Using the knowledge gained from Thalor and Elysium, they managed to destabilize the gravity well, turning its destructive force back on the Zendarians. In a final desperate push, Captain Rodriguez led a strike team directly into the heart of the Zendarian command ship. The battle inside was intense, with close-quarters combat and the use of advanced gravity suits. The Zendarian High Command, taken by surprise, was unable to mount an effective defense. The strike team disabled the ship's core, triggering a chain reaction that crippled the Zendarian fleet. As the Zendarians retreated, their empire in disarray, humanity stood victorious. The final showdown had proven the resilience, ingenuity, and courage of the human race. The galaxy had witnessed the rise of a new power, one that was determined to forge a future of peace and prosperity. The aftermath of the final battle marked the beginning of a new era. The Zendarians, humbled and defeated, sought a peace treaty with humanity and their allies. Negotiations were held on neutral ground, with representatives from Earth, the Valorians, the Ulmari, and other civilizations coming together to chart a path forward. The treaty, known as the Pact of Elysium, laid the foundation for a new interstellar alliance dedicated to mutual defense, cooperation, and the sharing of knowledge. The ancient technologies were used to stabilize the galaxy, repair the damage caused by the war, and explore new frontiers. Dr. Anderson's research into gravity manipulation continued, with a focus on peaceful applications such as interstellar travel, planetary colonization, and energy production. Captain Rodriguez, hailed as a hero, took on a new role as the commander of the interstellar peacekeeping force. Her leadership and bravery had inspired countless others, and she dedicated herself to ensuring that the mistakes of the past would not be repeated. As the galaxy entered a period of reconstruction, humanity emerged as a respected and formidable power. The lessons learned from the conflict with the Zendarians had forged a strong and united Earth, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The secrets of gravity control had opened up endless possibilities, and humanity was determined to use this power wisely. With their new allies by their side, humanity looked to the stars, eager to explore the vastness of space and unlock its mysteries. The journey was far from over, but the future was bright, and the spirit of cooperation and unity promised a new age of discovery and adventure. The galaxy was healing, and with it, humanity's place among the stars was solidifying. The Pact of Elysium had ushered in an unprecedented era of peace and collaboration. Earth's leaders, along with their alien counterparts, worked tirelessly to ensure that the hard-won peace would endure and that the mistakes of the past would not be repeated. Dr. Rachel Anderson and her team continued to push the boundaries of science. Their advancements in gravity control led to breakthroughs in various fields. Space travel was revolutionized. Journeys that once took years were now possible in mere days, thanks to stable and controllable wormholes. This new technology opened up vast regions of the galaxy for exploration and colonization. Captain Sarah Rodriguez, now an admiral, oversaw the establishment of new colonies and the defense of existing ones. Her fleet, a symbol of unity and strength, patrolled the galaxy, ensuring that the peace was maintained and that no new threats emerged. Her leadership had become legendary, inspiring new generations of explorers and soldiers alike. On Earth, a renewed sense of purpose and optimism pervaded society. The knowledge gained from ancient civilizations was integrated into everyday life, leading to technological advancements that improved the quality of life for all. Cities floated above the ground, powered by anti-gravity technology, and transportation systems became faster and more efficient. Humanity's mastery of gravity had transformed the planet into a beacon of progress and innovation. The Zendarians, once fierce adversaries, became cautious allies. The peace treaty included provisions for cultural exchange and mutual assistance in rebuilding war-torn regions. Former enemies now worked side by side, their shared history serving as a reminder of the cost of conflict and the value of cooperation. As the new era unfolded, a grand event was organized to celebrate the achievements and unity of the galaxy. Representatives from all allied civilizations gathered on Earth for a summit unlike any other. The venue was a magnificent floating city, a marvel of human engineering, symbolizing the heights humanity had reached. President Elizabeth Carr stood before the gathered assembly, her voice filled with pride and hope. Today we stand united, not as separate civilizations, but as one galactic community. We have learned from our past, overcome immense challenges, and emerged stronger together. The future is ours to shape, and it is bright with possibilities. Ambassador Lyra of the Valorians, who had earned humanity's trust despite the initial betrayal, spoke next. We have witnessed the incredible resilience and ingenuity of humanity. Our shared journey has taught us that cooperation and understanding are the true paths to greatness. Let us continue to explore the wonders of the universe together as allies and friends. The summit culminated in the signing of the Declaration of Unity, a document that formalized the commitment of all member civilizations to peace, collaboration, and shared prosperity. The declaration was a testament to the progress made and a pledge to future generations. Dr. Anderson and Admiral Rodriguez watched the proceedings with a sense of accomplishment and anticipation. They had played pivotal roles in shaping this new era, and they knew that the journey was far from over. The galaxy still held countless mysteries and challenges, but they were ready to face them together. As the delegates mingled and celebrated, a new signal was detected from the far reaches of the galaxy. It was faint, but unmistakably intelligent. The news spread quickly, igniting excitement and curiosity. Humanity and their allies prepared to embark on a new mission of exploration and discovery, eager to make contact and learn from yet another distant civilization. With their advanced technology, newfound allies, and unwavering spirit, humanity was ready to embrace the unknown. The stars beckoned, and the adventure continued. The legacy of their mastery over gravity was not just the power it bestowed, but the unity it forged, leading to a future filled with endless possibilities and boundless horizons.